Hi, welcome back. We are going to taste a wine that only cost...
Look at that face. That face is the face of a man who is complete. Absolutely complete. He's found this wine. Carry on, John, sorry.
So we're going to give this one a go. We have got, and there will be some links to some other nice drops of that we've reviewed, and we do now have in our possession a nice drop of Malbec, which we will be reviewing in a later episode as well. Okay, shall we have a look at the colour of this Cabernet Sauvignon?
I really like the name, John. That nice
drop off.
Yeah. It's good, very clever.
Yeah.
Okay, nice and it's got that burgundy colour, stereotypical. There's no. Oh, let's have a look on down there.
Yeah, it is. It's
nice and big.
Yeah.
It's nice and rich. Not too deep. I've seen deeper, but it's no purple rim. No, that's a thing. But yeah, looks good. Looks good. So far so good. 425. So far so good.
So on the nose. Before we get to on the nose, what would you expect from Cabernet Sauvignon?
Cabernet Sauvignon, I've always said, is the most fruit-driven of all grapes. Tends to be very jammy, which I think is a good description. Obviously, each one will have the little nuances of their own. But in general, as a sweeping generalisation, you should be able to say that it's jammy, juicy, almost not sweet at all, but have that kind of the licky lips kind. When you have a taste of it, you usually have to drink. So, let's have a go.
Right, okay, on the nose. It's quite delicate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not as... The red fruits are in there, it is there.
What, raspberry?
I was more strawberry.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right, yeah.
But it's not overly apparent, but again... No. 425, I'm going to keep saying that all the way through. I'm surprised you haven't already, but that's something I'm really going to have to bear in mind.
Yeah.
Let's have a go on the old palate.
Okay. Well, it's very fruit driven to begin with. Then it gets a little bit dirty. That's sort of like...
I like that description, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit dirty. And then it sort of goes into that acidic after burn at the end.
Unusually, kind of almost eye-watering for me.
Almost like a white wine that's sort of acidic, like a Sauvignon Blanc sort of effect.
Yeah, as opposed to like the tannic.
Yeah, which dries your mouth, and this doesn't. My mouth is still quite...
Yeah, the tannins are still there for me, but I understand what you're saying with that. I think that was a completely perfect description. It starts off really, again, front of your mouth, juiciness. Then that juiciness just almost is ripped away, and then you're left with when you said dirty, I know what you mean. It's that effect. It started really well out of the gates, then just something took that away, and then it's a little dirtiness. I'm loving that description, actually. Then you get this strange acidity, which shouldn't be there, really, should it? And then for me, the tannins kind of creep in. So,
the tannins are not coming in at all for me. Just sort of that acidic sort of left aftertaste, which you know.
What do you mean? And it's very difficult to get the fruit in there because the fruit gets you to begin with, but it's gone too quickly before you can actually work out what that was. It doesn't particularly have the juiciness or the as you said, what do you expect from Cabernet Sauvignon? It's not quite hitting the mark for me, isn't this?
No,
it's not quite giving me Cab Sav qualities.
Well, for me, I'm just thinking if someone was giving this to me at a party and they said, I've got some Cab Sav or I've got some Merlot or I've got some Malbec, then I'll try some Cab Sav, please. I had this. Next time they came round, I'd say, oh, can I try something different? Do you know what I mean? It's not something it's okay. I wouldn't turn it away. Would I buy this bottle again? No.
I don't, and I like you saying, I don't think I would actually. I have to keep pulling it back to 425. You can't forget this is 425. But I don't think this is something I would serve to my guests.
No. Not this one. I mean, $4.25 is a good price, and of course, some of you will really, really like it. It's not that it's bad. It's not bad.
No, it's not at all. I mean, we've that's a compliment. We've had much worse wines than this.
Yeah.
This isn't something that we'll specifically tell you knows about. I'll probably finish this glass, but like you're saying, I wouldn't ask for a second.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I'm thinking of recently I've had some Bordeaux, and it was a relatively cheap bottle of Bordeaux, but obviously a lot more than 425. Probably around about, for Bordeaux, it was cheap. It was about £8 or £9. And this is in that same camp of well, I've tried it, and it's not. I haven't sort of had to spit it out because it's so disgusting or anything like that. It's just not exciting.
No, it's not. It's not something that you could get into there and want to find out what more is in there. I think we've seen enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then again, let's look at the pairing, because when I do my wine tastings, a lot of people think they don't like a certain wine that I've served, and I'll say, now try it with this, and it completely changes both of them. So a pairing might help on that.
Yeah.
Could do. I mean, I'll let you go first for your food, because I've not even thought about my cheese.
Well, actually, what I think I would go for is sort of one of those cheaper types of meats that you leave, you cook for a very long time, slow cook, something like a sort of short rib of beef, and cook it so it's just falling off the bone. And then I think that sort of, you might have it as a stroganoff or even as a bit of a chili, and then I think that this would probably complement that quite well. Okay,
yeah, I see this. I'm going to go for something that sounds fairly boring, but I'm going to say a cheddar. But not one of the big, powerful, really big beastie cheddars. But I think that would suit something, not maybe it's like a 12-month-old Lincolnshire poacher.
Is that from Lincolnshire?
No, I don't. You know what? I should really know this. It might be in the name, mightn't it? But I haven't of an understanding that most. Oh no, of course it can be, can't it? Because cheddar is just a recipe. You didn't need to be made in cheddar or in Somerset per se. So I bet it is Lincolnshire, isn't it? Well, that's the first time I've ever been asked that question. But what you do get with the Lincolnshire poacher is it's not quite as powerful or strong. Not in a bad way. I mean, Lincolnshire poacher is bloody beautiful. But I think if you got a cheddar that was too strong for this, let's say a cheddar gorge, like 18-month-old or 24-month-old, that might ruin that. Well, I know it would do. But a nice fruity Lincolnshire poacher would, I think, just suit that down to the ground.
Yeah, so I can definitely see that. And I guess you wouldn't want the really strong, because the sort of acidic of it, the burning of that and that would.
And I think because of what we've just had on this, and we've seen, it is quite, as we said, power came to begin with, then it just went. There wasn't much to back it up. I don't think a strong cheddar would overpower that too much. It would be too much for the wine take, because it is quite, there's no real length there.
425 though.
I know you're romanticising this 425, but at some point you have to look at a limit. Again, this is something I would.
Just do another drop there. Actually, this is better than I remembered. When you take the first sip, it is, and then it just declines quite quickly.
It lulls you into that false sense of security. It gives you everything you want, promises that, and then sweeps it from underneath.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, if you get to try this wine, let us know what you think. Is it worth 425?
We did do scores. And this is going to be really. I am going to enjoy this scoring because it's 425, and that the price always comes into this.
It does. Yeah, it's a difficult balance to go for. Okay, I'm going to let you. You ready with your score?
Yes, I am.
Okay, after you.
So. Yes, price does have to come into consideration here, but also does the fact, do you want it, do you like it, is it a Cabernet Sauvignon, would you serve it to your guests, all the above has come into, and I'm going to give this, I think this score is going to be quite generous, so I'm going to go for this and that, so there we go, quickly.
I'm going to go 77.
John, we're a million miles away from each other today. 69.
Really?
Yeah, 69. I just think that it's not something I would ever buy again. 425, even at 425, it can be 425 as much as it likes, but it's not going to make a difference to me because I'm not going to buy it again.
I think this really illustrates the mood thing, doesn't it? Because the last wine that we just reviewed in a recent video, a few moments ago, I was exactly 10 above you, and this time I'm 10 above you, which means that obviously there's something in my mood, something in my tasting, or in my mind that's actually sort of just shifted my scoring.
It's 425. That's what shifted your scoring.
Fair comment. Fair comment. Okay, well, guys, if you get to try this, as I was about to say before, I realised, or John reminded me, we'd not done the score. If you get to try this, let us know what you think. If you try and pair it with anything, also give us your comments. And so until next time, guys, we really look forward to seeing you there. Chin chin.
Chin chin.